Hey loves! Today I'm back with another one brand tutorial and we are doing a full face of NYX. So grab a snack, get cozy, and let's get into it and do some drugstore glam. Starting off with brows, I'm going to use the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I'm going to use two shades, Espresso and Black. I love the very precise tip that this has. And this is a product that I have been using for years. I always go back to it. Love this formula and it just gets the job done. So I think I'm actually going to outline with the shade Black and then fill in a little bit with Espresso. I like to always start right underneath to just like map out the shape. This is the closest dupe also that I have found to the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, which I do love that brow pencil. It's not identical to this one, or this one's not identical to that one, but it's a pretty close dupe. Okay, so that was the shade Black. Now I'm going to go in and fill in the brows with Espresso. NYX has quite a few brow products, but this brow pencil is just my favorite personally. It just never fails me. And I just feather in the product really lightly and I follow the shape of my brows in the direction that the brow hairs are going. Just like that. Quick and easy. Just can't go wrong with this, honestly. Now I'm going to clean up the brows with another favorite, the Bare With Me Concealer Serum. I'm going to use this later on, but this is such a good formula. This is in my top 5 for favorite concealers. I have the color Golden and Vanilla. And I'm just going to take this on a flat concealer brush right underneath and carve them out. I'm actually probably going to just use this as my eye base as well. NYX used to have an eyeshadow primer. It was the Proof It eyeshadow base. It was so good. And I don't know why NYX discontinues a lot of really amazing products, but they just do. And that one was amazing. But look at that. It literally just makes the brows look so crisp, as if you just got them done. I will never not do this step. This is what they're looking like. I actually really like them like this. I'm gonna try out though this brow glue. I think I used this a while back, but I just picked up a new one because the one that I had is old. It says it's a non-sticky transparent formula and it's supposed to give you that instant laminated look. So I'm gonna put this on my brows first. This is how I like to apply my brow glues. Like I'll just do a good amount of this product on the brows first, pretty much using the tip of the spoolie, and then I will start fluffing them up a little bit. So what I've been doing is I go up and then over so that they don't look electrocuted, but then they have a slight fluffy look to them. And I'm gonna use my little e.l.f. applicator. I love this thing. It's the Brow Lift applicator, just to really press the brows down. And you guys know I like to also take my finger and press down the product so that they are literally plastered onto your face. I think the key with this is just applying a good amount of the product just to coat your brows so that they get that maximum hold. I like this actually. Okay, NYX. I'm gonna use that same concealer just to prime because NYX got rid of one of the best eyeshadow primers, so concealer it is. And now for eyeshadow palette, I picked up the Ultimate Warm Neutrals. I honestly don't remember the last time that I used this. I'm pretty sure I owned this in the past, but it's just a really pretty everyday neutral palette. You get 16 shades. I'm gonna start off with this color first to set down that concealer. Then let's go into this soft brown with a little bit of this soft brown. We're going to mix both of those shades. This brush, speaking of NYX, I've had for so long. It is one of the best blending brushes. It's the Ultimate Blending from NYX, and it is such a good everyday crease brush. You cannot go wrong with a brush like this in your collection. It just fits really nicely all over your lids. It is super fluffy. I've literally had this for years, and it is still one of my favorite crease brushes. So I'm going to take those two colors and fluff them up in the crease. Okay, pigment. Very pigmented. That is really nice actually. Okay, cute. Love those two colors. They're like the perfect neutral browns, and they're not too orangey, which is nice. Let's deepen this up a little bit, going into a little bit of this shade right here. I'm gonna mix some of that reddish tone brown, just a little bit. These are actually really, really pigmented. Oh yeah. I'm gonna tap those colors on the outer lid. We're doing a neutral look today, okay? Because that's just my specialty. Beautiful. I like the way they build up. They're blending really nicely with each other. Now, this is a $20 palette, but for as long as I can remember, NYX has always had $20 eyeshadow palettes, I'm pretty sure. So it's not really anything new, but I will say the quality is nice, and I feel like a palette like this is something that you could just go to every single day because you have all of your staples, you have some mattes, some really light shimmers, so it's just like a nice day-to-day palette. The quality is there, I will say. I'm gonna take a little bit of this, and I'm gonna take a little bit of this color up top as well. I love a good matte smoky eye. And you can pretty much just keep building this up and packing on those colors until you get them as light as you like. And even if it looks a little sloppy right here, just keep on packing it on, and we're going to blend that away in just a minute. But I pretty much just take those two colors and I stamp them onto the lid. Since they're matte, it's better to kind of stamp versus just swiping them. You're going to get the most out of that eyeshadow, and it's going to show up really nicely. Then once you get it just how you like, just take your blending brush, just blend away the center. Bringing just a little touch of warmth with this really light shade down here. It's like a mid-tone orangey red. I'm just going to really lightly dust that with a crease brush from NYX. It's going to bring some warmth, but not too much. Now we're going to add a little bit of liner. I love the Epic Ink liner. This is another go-to product for me. I have repurchased this so many times. It has a really small brush tip, so if you like to do your wings, this makes it super easy, and it comes in a bunch of different colors. This is just a black one. It comes in also a bunch of different shades of brown, but I think I'm going to go with black today. Just curled my lashes, and now we're going to try a new mascara. This is the, well, I don't know if it's new, but I've never tried it. It's the Worth the Hype waterproof mascara, and that's the main reason I got it, because it is waterproof. I want to see if it's going to hold a curl, but I think I'm actually also going to do falsies. I've tried these NYX falsies before. The other ones that I used I didn't really love, but I got these little half lashes to try, so we're going to see how these look. But let's try the mascara first. It has a pretty big wand. I'm not super familiar with NYX mascaras. I think I've only tried one other one before, maybe another one in the past, I don't know, but I don't really hear a lot of people talking about their mascaras. But let's see. Yeah, the wand is actually pretty ginormo. Well, it's giving me some little something, some length. Curling always helps too. It just says it's a volume and lengthening mascara, which I definitely feel like I'm getting. Doesn't feel like a super wet formula too, which I like. I prefer a more dry mascara. Not too dry though, because I don't like when it feels like it's gonna flake off, but this one actually feels pretty good. The wand also feels comfortable, like it hugs the eye really nicely. The faces that I make when I'm doing my makeup just never fails. It's like you can't not make ugly faces when you're doing your makeup. The uglier the faces, the prettier the makeup will be at the end. Now let's try these jumbo lashes. These are in Glam Accent. I've been really into half lashes lately. Hello. There we go. Okay, this is what they look like. Apparently you can reuse these as well. I tried their 2-in-1 liner and lash adhesive. Didn't love it. Didn't really give me what I wanted. I like the Kiss one more. This is what they look like. So I just applied one. You can kind of see here. It just gives the outer corners a little bit more volume and length, little thickness too. I think they're pretty. Definitely nice with winged liner too, because it kind of just adds to that tapered effect on the eyes. And then I like to take my finger and just kind of press down the real lashes with the falsies to give them a more blended look. I like these a lot more than the strip lashes that I tried from NYX. Hopefully they're on right. I'm gonna go check them, but that's what they look like. I like how they give like that cat eye effect even more to the eyes. It just makes the eyes look like a little bit bigger, and I'm into it. Everything is a double thumbs up. I mean, the newest thing that I tried was the brow glue, which I think is really nice. I don't feel like it has as much hold as my Ardell brow glue, which I love. It's a little bit more of like a lighter version, but I still like the way it makes my brows look. I'll continue using it, but I think this still is like my #1 at the drugstore currently. Okay, now let's talk about some primers from NYX, because I think they actually have some of the best primers at the drugstore. The Plump Right Back is my absolute favorite. This is like my 3rd one, and it is just really good. It gives skincare, makeup in one, gives you some grip, but it's not too much, and it does make your makeup look smoother, last longer. It is one of the best gripping primers ever. But I also did pick up the NYX face glue gripping primer that I want to try out. When I was checking out, I got this and the setting spray. The girls at Ulta, they said that this combo was really good, so I'm excited to try it. Another thing I wanted to mention is the Bare With Me Prime Set and Refresh Spray. This is something else that I've been using for years. I've repurchased it several times. Obviously this is a newer bottle, but this is one of the, I think, the most universal sprays that you can have in your collection, no matter your skin type, no matter how you like to do your makeup. You can use it to prime your skin beforehand, refresh it in between layers, and also just to set your makeup. It just has a very lightweight, natural feel to the skin. It kind of gives MAC Fix Plus vibes, but better, because it's also a setting spray, whereas like Fix Plus is kind of just like a refresh spray in between makeup and stuff. But to me, it's just, it says it on here, multitasking spray, and it really is just that. It has no fragrance to it. I'm going to use it to prep my skin, just to give it a little boost of hydration. I'm going to cover my eyes because we don't want to ruin any of our eyeshadow, especially since it is matte. And NYX has a lot of setting sprays, but that one is my favorite and the one that I repurchased the most. All right, let's try this face glue. The packaging is so cute. It kind of looks like little kids' makeup, but I mean, I'm also not mad about it because it is very intriguing. It goes on really hydrating. It actually kind of goes on a little bit like the Plump Right Back. That one has a little bit more of a gel consistency, whereas this is more like a serum. It doesn't feel super sticky too, like as you're applying it. I'm gonna just put it on everywhere. I think NYX just has a lot of good primers in general, but the Plump Right Back is really, really nice. I also like the Honey Do Me Up primer. This sort of feels like a also very hydrating serum on the skin. It's just really nice before makeup, but oh yeah, I feel a little bit of that tackiness. It feels a little bit stickier than Plump Right Back. I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit before going in with foundation. I'm still so upset with NYX because they got rid of the Born to Glow foundation, which I think was one of the best drugstore foundations ever, and I don't know why they discontinued it. It was so beautiful. It was $10. Literally reminded me of a high-end foundation. So unfortunately, RIP NYX Born to Glow. So it doesn't feel super tacky, the primer, but I like what it did to my skin. It just gave it a nice layer of hydration. It doesn't feel super tacky, but there's a little bit in there. So if you're wondering, compared to like, for instance, the Power Grip from e.l.f., it doesn't feel as sticky as that, but it feels more like skincare a little bit. I like it. Another one of my all-time favorite foundations at the drugstore is the Can't Stop Won't Stop. I've been using this also since it launched. It is full coverage, soft matte, very long wearing. It's just like a tried and true. I just picked up another color, medium buff. I have the color natural, but it's a little bit too light, so we're gonna try medium buff. I also really like the packaging. I feel like for drugstore, it's very luxe. Is this lighter than natural? Hold on. No, natural is lighter. This doesn't even look... Okay. I also had the shade medium olive, but like I pretty much ran out of that color and the pump stopped working, so I just got some new shades. Let's just make this work. I'm gonna use my one size. Oh wait, it's kind of getting a little bit like it's oxidizing a little bit. Okay, I think it could work actually. I'm using my one size sponge. This foundation is gorgeous, like so beautiful. If you have combo or oily skin, I think you would love it. If you have dry skin, I would say just skin prep is key if you want to use a matte foundation. When I'm in the store, the colors look like they're going to be a little bit too dark, and then I get home and I'm like, wait, this is a lot lighter. Like, this is way too light. No. It's giving kind of ghost face right now, and I love this makeup. Like, I don't want this to be a fail, so we're gonna have to do something because this is not right. Dang, I should have got the other shade. I was looking at it though, like I said, in stores it looks so tan. We're gonna have to just bronze up the skin quite a bit, but not a problem. We're gonna do that right now. I love the Wonder Stick from NYX. This comes with a contour side and then a highlighter. I don't really use the highlighter stick that much, but I love the contour side. This one is in light medium, and I also picked up a new shade in medium, so I guess it's perfect because this is a little bit too light for me, but I'm gonna use both. I like this because you literally just draw it on and it blends so nicely. I'm gonna start with light medium first. This also, it has a little bit of a coolish undertone, so I love it. You could also use it on your nose. It's just easy, you know? So I like this a lot. They also have blush sticks like this too, which I think are also really nice. So I'm just gonna stipple this in with a soft sculpting brush. This one is from Real Techniques. Oh, that color is actually perfect for me right now. I might add a little bit of the medium, but this is, I think, an underrated product from NYX. It's so easy to work with and it makes contouring really easy. I like it too because it doesn't pull too gray on my skin. I feel like it has a really nice cool and warm mix in here, like the color of it. Comes in a couple different shades too, so really nice product. Let me use a smaller brush to blend that in. I'm going to use this one from Patrick Ta. Let's see how this medium shade looks. It definitely is more, oh yeah, it's more like rich. I'm just going to do like a touch of this. So this color, medium, definitely pulls a little bit more on the warm side compared to light medium. I'm gonna go back in with my Bear With Me concealer serum. I'm mixing the shade Golden with a little bit of vanilla. This is a beautiful, hydrating, medium to full coverage concealer. Sometimes whenever I don't want to use foundation, I'll use this as my foundation, and I love the way that it looks. A little bit of it goes a long way too. It's very pigmented. I'm in love with it. I feel like too, because you just need not that much. I'm gonna use my sponge. It'll last you a while. I remember when I first started watching YouTube videos, like this probably at this point was maybe like, I don't know, 14 years ago. Like I was literally probably like 14, 15 years old, and everybody used to call NYX NYX. I think it's so cute when people still call it that, but it's definitely NYX. Like, I don't think it's NYX. But that really brings me back. Do you guys remember the brand NYC? That was one of my favorites. And Bonnabelle Cosmetics, that's like way back. If you still remember Bonnabelle and NYC, you're a real OG. This is the time also, if you feel like maybe you need a little bit more of a refresh, you can take your spray, the Bear With Me multitasking, and just spray your face a little bit if you have more dry skin or you just want to kind of melt your layers of makeup in between before powder. That's why it's such a good versatile spray. I forgot, I do have these liquid blushes. These are the soft cheek tints. These come in the prettiest shades. The color that I have here is in Nude Tude. Very natural pinky shade, but there's also some bolder colors. So if you have tanner, deeper skin, these are going to show up so nicely. So here are the three bolder shades. We have Almost Famous, Coralicious, which is a beautiful coral, and then Bombshell, which is a deeper kind of like brownish toasted shade. I almost forgot about these actually. A lot of people don't really talk about these, but these are beautiful and it's a nice matte formula. I'm going to use the e.l.f. liquid blush brush. This color also is perfect with this look because it's very neutral. I love it. So good, so easy to work with. Also, it has a really light moussey texture. You could apply these directly to the skin as well, but sometimes it's just a little bit easier if you apply it on the back of your hand first. Now we can set, you know what I forgot to get? Loose powder. I didn't even realize that NYX had loose powder. I definitely just went right over my head. But of course, you know I love my Can't Stop Won't Stop powder. I've been using this for forever and I will never not use it because it's so smooth and blurry. I don't know where my light medium shade is, but I did find my HD finishing powder from NYX in Banana, which is a beautiful brightening powder that I have not used in a while. Not that I even really need it today, but I have my light medium powder and I don't know what I did with it, so we're gonna just go with light. I love this powder for setting, for touch-ups. Just never fails me. Honestly, a lot of NYX products, they're just really good. It kind of gives me like Urban Decay vibes a little bit. Look at how just gorgeous and blurred it makes your skin look. I mean, all powder truthfully does it, but something about this powder, it does it in such a beautiful way where your makeup doesn't look cakey, but it's just set and it's not going anywhere. I'm gonna do a touch of this banana powder. Not that I really need it, but whatever. I'm gonna use a brush. This is an Eco Tools little brush. Just a little right under here. Pretty. I like it. So something that I don't really love from NYX are their Buttermelt bronzers, and the reason being is the undertones. I think they pull super red. This one is in Butter Biscuit. I think this could work depending on your skin tone, of course, but for me, I just don't like the red tones in the bronzer. I don't like the way that it looks. I feel like it's just not really flattering. Even in the summer when I was tan, I didn't love this bronzer shade. I think it's a really nice formula. I like the blushes, but I think the bronzers, like the undertone, and if they had different shades, they would be gorgeous. These are going to give you some color with a little bit of that sheen. So it's not a fully matte bronzer, but it is very pretty. It gives healthy skin. I just wish the undertones were different. I'm going to use a classic from them, the NYX matte bronzer, which this is a little bit more on the orangey side, but I like this more than the Buttermelt undertone. I don't really need a lot more bronzer. I just kind of want to add a little bit more just because the foundation was a little bit too light, but you could always just, like I said, bronze up your skin and make it work. I think it's easier to maneuver a foundation that's too light versus one that maybe is a little bit too dark, which I've been there. So also, I am dying to touch up this eyeliner. Do you see that? It has all this powder on it. I think this is actually a really nice bronzer as well. Again, I just wish they had more shades. That's the only thing, but this was one of my favorites for a really long time. I still have it. I've had it for years. It's pretty. It's a nice, like, rich bronzer color. So I kind of just added a little bit more just to enhance what I already had, like that contour stick that I used. Now, these Buttermelt blushes, these are gorgeous. These give high-end vibes. They're 10 bucks. So if you like a glowy blush, these are really, really beautiful. I love the color Getting Butter. This is very pretty. It's like a pink rose shade. They're bright and they're definitely very pigmented. I mean, look at that. Yeah. I also like this one. This is like a more icy pink, but together it's like a light cool tone pink. This is described as a cool tone pink with a neutral undertone. This definitely picks up a little bit more frosty versus the other one. It's more pigmented, but you do get some of that light pink in there. Don't mind these little burn marks here. You see, it literally looks like I have like dirt on my wrists. I burnt myself making pancakes last week and that hurt so bad, and then it left these little, what looks like dirt marks or makeup swatches, honestly. So I think I'm going to use the color Butter Together, which is just so perfect. And then I also like Sooner the Butter, which is a really pretty tangerine shade. This is nice in the summertime, but I think I'm going to go with a pink cheek today, just a little bit. Can you see? It just gives you like that light baby doll cheek. So pretty with a little bit of a glow. I love it. I'm gonna just add some eyeliner. NYX has really nice pencil liners as well. They're Epic Wear Liner Stick. This is a new color that I have not tried, in Dusty Mauve. So instead of a nude, we're gonna go with this like mauvey pink shade. Oh, I like that. I don't know if it's even gonna like pick up on camera, but it just gives like a little mauvey pinky touch. I think it complements the other colors in the eyeshadow look really nicely. And then we're gonna do a really bright inner corner because I love to do that. I'm gonna take this shade. Actually, let's go in with this one. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Then I'm just gonna add some of this mascara, which I do like. I'm gonna take the Jumbo Eye Pencil. This one is in the color Cottage Cheese. Let's do a little bit right down the nose. I see the girlies on TikTok doing this, just for a little highlight. You could even put this on your waterline as well, or inner corners. Just kind of highlights the nose a little. Now for lips. I love NYX lip liners. The suede matte lip liners are really nice. I'll give you guys some of my favorite colors that I think would work on different skin tones as well. First we have Cold Brew. Cold Brew is honestly just a staple for the fall time. This is what it looks like. It's a wooden pencil, but you just have to hydrate your lips beforehand and you're gonna get a really nice pigment. It's gonna glide on really nicely. And they are more matte, but I think the lasting power on these is fantastic. Another really nice deeper one is in Downtown Beauty. So Cold Brew has a little bit more of a reddish undertone, where Downtown Beauty is a little bit more chocolate brown. But these are both fall staples for sure. And then Nude Truffle. This is a beautiful, more cool tone color, which is very hard to come by at the drugstore. Nude Truffle is a staple also for just your everyday lip combos. It just works with anything, honestly. And then the Line Loud pencils. These are transfer proof, waterproof, very long wearing. They have great colors, but I love Global Citizen as just like a neutral creamy brown. These have a little bit more of a creamy finish to them versus the suede matte formula, which is much more matte. But these are just super, super creamy. Nude Truffle is actually, this is just like their regular lip pencil. It's not the suede matte line, but this also, I feel like their lip liners in general, they just have really good lasting power, like through eating and everything. So let's go with Nude Truffle today. Yeah, this is perfect with this look too because we have a couple more cool tones today. I love Nude Truffle. I have a couple of these actually because it's just like truly a staple. And then if you want to do something matte, I love the soft matte lip creams, the shade London. This is a really nice nude, but it has a bit of a warm touch to it. So if you want to just leave it like that, very comfortable, very lightweight. You don't even feel like anything is on your lips. It's not like a liquid lipstick. It's literally a soft matte lip cream. And then I just picked up the Butter Gloss Bling. So these are like the butter glosses, but they have a bunch of shimmer. What color is it in? It like doesn't say. Oh, Bring the Bling. This is like the lightest color. NYX Butter Glosses is one of those products that for me, I've had in rotation for years. The original Fortune Cookie and Madeline. These are my two favorite colors. They just are the perfect addition to your lip combos, or even if you just want to wear these with a lip liner. It is the most lightweight, non-sticky, beautiful lip gloss at the drugstore, hands down. If I only had to pick one gloss at the drugstore, it would be the Butter Glosses. They have great shades. They're just perfect, honestly. They're the best. So these two are forever favorites, but like I said, I just got the Bling version. So let's try this one out and top it off with this. Ooh. Has a little bit of shimmer to it, like a little sparkly touch. That's pretty. Not gritty too, which I like. Let's set everything down. I'm gonna try out the Face Glue Setting Spray, which it says is a transfer resistant makeup setting spray. Interesting. Here we go. Always spray it out first because you don't want to ruin your makeup. I think we are officially done. That was fun. There were so many good products. NYX definitely gives high-end vibes at the drugstore, and they do have some products compared to other drugstore brands that are a little bit more expensive, but I will say the quality is there. For instance, this eyeshadow palette is gorgeous. I really enjoyed the look that I created. It was just really easy to work with. Everything blended and layered really nicely, and I love the tones in here. I do wish there was a black. That's the only thing. If there was a black eyeshadow, this palette would be perfect, but I still really like it. If you like your warm neutrals, you're gonna love this. It's really nice for day to day, so I will continue using that. The half lashes are also gorgeous for more glam looks. I think they just give the perfect amount of volume and length, and they kind of just make your eyes look more tapered and elongated, so love those. I'll keep using the mascara, but so far I do really like this as well. The only thing really that I'm not crazy about when it comes to NYX is their buttermelt bronzers, simply because of the undertone, and I do wish these were matte, but that's just my personal preference. You might enjoy this bronzer. The blushes are fabulous though. The lip products are amazing. Besides the fact also that the foundation is a little bit too light, I'll have to get maybe like another shade or two darker. Medium buff, I could make it work, but it is a little bit too light. Maybe for the winter it'll be perfect, but other than that, I think everything turned out so beautiful. I love the face glue primer and the setting spray. The setting spray is very matte. Like, I can feel my face matte right now. So I think if you have oily skin, this might be for you. The primer was gorgeous. I love the way everything applied over top of it, and it gave a really pretty natural glow. It's subtle, but it was nice and it wasn't too sticky. So I'll definitely continue using these. So if you're looking to expand your collection, or you just want to experiment a little bit more with some drugstore makeup, I think NYX is really it. Like, they have some great staples. My favorite product personally is the NYX butter glosses. These are just classic. I've loved these ever since I started getting into makeup, and I really love the new butter gloss bling. These are gorgeous. If you love a little glittery touch with your lip combos, you're gonna love this shade. Again, it was in Bring the Bling, the lightest one. It's pretty much like Fortune Cookie, but with a gorgeous glittery touch. I love it. So if you made it to the very end of the video, comment a butter emoji for butter gloss, you know. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for my next one brand tutorial. We're gonna do a high-end version because I like to do drugstore and then high-end, so we're gonna do another one. I'm thinking Kylie Cosmetics. Let me know what you guys think, but thank you guys for being here. Make sure to subscribe for new videos every week, and I'll see you very soon in my next one. Bye.